What's going on, guys? We are here in Concord, North Carolina at the home gym of the great Jujimufu, and we've got the legendary coach Joey Szatmary with us. So you guys have been following the channel. You've seen Joey and I collaborating on some stuff. It's been awesome to come out here, hang out with Juji, and just take advantage of this incredible gym. So we're getting after a good push-pull day, chest focus, gonna get some rear delts, biceps, triceps, a little bit of calf work thrown in. These guys are just jumping in on the workout. We started off with a little bit of upper body mobility, warm-up work that embarrassed me quite a bit. You can catch that on Juji's channel. We also put out a video just kind of taking a tour of this great facility. So anyway, guys, follow along. We're gonna get a great pump and jump into this workout.
Well, I think you're going to find out here that a lot of times when you're doing this stuff, you just have to have a little bit more weight on it in order to, you know what I mean?
Agreed.
Should have heard before.
I'm a boy.
Your opinion on difference of incline?
In terms of, or what context?
Let's just say I'm a guy at the gym and I come up to you and be like, oh, is it better to have it like this, John, or is it better to have it like this for incline press? Because that's technically an incline press.
That's still a high incline press. Yeah, so if I'm doing, you know, a little bit more of a shoulder focused day, or I might do a 90-degree dumbbell press, and then I might do more of a high incline barbell or Smith press, because you are going to get a little bit more front delt that way. I really like more of the low incline settings for a chest focus. I find that angle is going to be...
Me too.
And I actually prefer that over the flat.
I don't even flat bench anymore. If I do flat bench, it's usually going to be later in the session. It's going to be with dumbbells.
Do you flat press, John?
Not anymore, to be honest. I'll do a horizontal machine press, but you know, I think the risk potential on a flat barbell bench outweighs the reward, and I find the higher the incline, arguably the safer it is for the pecs.
Yeah.
You know, so I do mostly varying degrees of incline pressing.
Yeah, I mean, for hypertrophy, definitely, I'd rather do a low incline. Even for strongman, like, I don't even bench press mainly for strongman.
Yeah.
Just looking at overhead variations, that'll help.
So as we're going through these warm-up sets, guys, start being cognizant of where a good working set, kind of, you know, good ballpark 15 reps would be. For
John, when you do this, when
Yeah.
we get to the working sets, are we like, or are we like more like this?
I try to generate as much force in the concentric as possible without getting out of control, and I just keep the eccentric under control without being exaggeratedly slow. All right, set the tone for the workout.
There we go, John.
Come on. Yep, let's go. Nice. Come on. Come on now. There you go. Nice. Let's go.
Good, good.
Come on.
Keep that pace. Come on, keep that pace. Keep
Push.
going like that. Keep going.
Come on, let's go. Yep.
One more.
Come on. Nice. Good job.
Whew. How? It's got to be harder for you though, because your wingspan, your arms are so fucking long. Let's
Yeah,
see.
so
Come here. Let's compare. Like, what is your ape index? Do you know?
I'm about a 7-foot wingspan.
Look at that.
It's a big bird.
Look at that.
That's a big bird.
Oh, no.
Come on.
Good. Piston, let's go. Good, come on. Use the reps to count. Good. Keep going. There you go. Perfect. This is very much a progressive overload system. So I'm rotating between high rep, moderate rep, and low rep week. Then I cycle back to the high rep week. And every time I repeat the high rep week, my goal is to beat that previous week's performance.
How many days is that cycle take to complete?
So 3 weeks. So 1 week where all workouts are the high rep. All compound lifts are in that 12 to 18 rep range.
Yeah.
Then I go to the moderate rep week the next week,
Yeah.
where the rep range shifts to more 8 to 11 reps.
Yeah.
8 to 12 reps. And then that low rep week, week 3, it's going to be 4 to 7 reps.
Okay.
So we're hitting 3 different rep ranges, and then I'll cycle back to the high rep week and try to beat that previous high rep week's performance.
Do you call these 3-week waves?
Yeah.
Are they waves? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that'd be a way to say it.
I want you guys get really hyped without making any noise.
Yeah?
Yeah, just make facial gestures like you're yelling. Just be dead quiet.
You want this for real?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, for video, I got you. Get over there. I do have a question for both you guys.
Yeah.
Before I had a Smith machine in my other garage gym, which is like a 2 or 3 car garage at a rental place.
Yeah.
I used to put bands in a power rack on both sides, so it's reverse banded, but with bands in the right spot, it would track.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's tracked in as a Smith machine, but it definitely like gets you pretty close. So I like that. What do you think of that as someone that doesn't have a Smith machine that just wants to do workouts at home?
Hey, as my man El Stanko would say, you're only limited by your imagination. So I'm a fan of, if it's not perfect, nothing's perfect, but if you could take it, get a little creative, experiment a bit, I'm all for it. As long as it kind of felt different than in your normal setup and closer to this, I love it.
Yeah, so the next thing we got is a machine horizontal chest press. So I've actually been doing it in my own rotation on a dual cable stack, but you've got that converging press that you showed me earlier. You'd mentioned it as a finisher. If
You want to do it now?
we could do it now. Maybe do you have a gym pin or something? You could throw a little bit extra weight on there.
We have to.
And it's high rep week, so we're even if we're in the 20 repper, we're good. I was gonna go with the neutral rep.
Okay, cool. I like that.
Chest exercises, but before we move on to those, I suggest we hit the rear delt. So we can let the pecs chill for a second. I like to kind of at times superset front anterior muscle with posterior muscle. Kind of just feels a little bit better on the shoulders.
Okay, I like that. That's interesting. I like that. I love sequencing workouts. It's like a crossword puzzle for me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just I've never gotten bored with it. I've been doing this for like forever. I'm like I never get tired of just trying to rearrange the workout.
Yeah.
So do you want to do rear delts on the pec deck or the table?
2 rear delt exercises. One is going to be a laying down on a bench, kind of wire weight.
We'll do that first?
Yeah, let's do that first.
Do that, yeah.
Bench is here, by the way.
You want my arms here, here?
That first one you did, kind of the midpoint.
This one?
Yeah, right there.
Okay. How many reps?
So we're going to go 2 sets here, same rep range, 12 to 20.
All right, I think I'll just do this set.
Yeah, this is probably one we can just jump into.
Yeah.
Last set of these, make it count.
This is a good exercise. I do like this exercise.
Nice. All right, so the next exercise We'll actually use the same setup. We just got to turn the bench around. It's going to be a low to high cable pec fly.
That's great because check it out. I have it marked.
So
That's exactly what that marks.
That's actually really helpful. Oh yeah, people demonize sodium. Oftentimes they're underhydrated. They're not consuming enough potassium.
Right.
On the flip side, if you're
that one.
maxing potassium, you got to bring up your sodium and your fluid intake.
Yep.
You cannot have any of those three without the others. There we go.
This is that one set right there. Oh fuck it. Yeah, there's something about it right there. So juicy. So juicy. Yes. Okay, wait. Here we go.
You just kind of got the game food. Pec deck fly, and then we'll kind of pick up the tempo and go bicep, tricep, supersets. Last chest exercise of the day.
Okay.
Reverse curls, a couple sets of calves, and it's time to eat copious amounts of carbs. Let's do an exercise. Just gotta get this body stage ready.
Side? Side pose? Your choice. I'll just follow you.
I know like 2 poses.
Yep, you're fucking dwarfing me. I'm just colored in the back and shaved. Yeah.
What's the technique for the flat spread?
Well, put them here, and then pull your elbows forward, and kind of lean back, and then contract your glutes. See that? Yeah.
Yep.
There you go. And now for flat, back up fly, reach up, and then kind of like we were reaching on the wall over there,
Yeah.
like scapular elevation, and now pull down, and you'll kind of feel a pinch.
Yep.
And then external rotate, so throw the fist back. There you go. And kind of like contract. Yeah, that's it. All right. And I always like to. Yeah, exactly. Yes. Ah! Yes.
Yeah.
You know, I'd rather actually kind of walk you through it if you got a second.
Yeah, sure. This would be great.
There you go. Okay. Now back poses are hard because this outshadows this, but that's just the way it's going to be. All right. So we can start with the back.
Yeah.
So we do that again. Put your foot back, whatever foot you want. Okay, that's the foot you want to go. All right. Yeah. So you're just going to create that width.
Right.
Yeah. And then just pull those arms, elbows back. Yeah, good break. All right. Now put them here. No. Yes. Yes. Yeah. You don't have to do much. You're so fucking big. That's good. Yeah. That's all you got to do. That's an easy pose. So reach up now. Yep. Good. Now. Ball your fist and then pull like, yeah, dude, look how big you are. All right, angle this. There you go. And then kind of squeeze this down like you're trying to pit. Yes, there you go. That's it. Good. All right, go ahead and flow into different poses. Perfect. And then, yeah, while you're there, just go ahead and like play around so you can like shrug your shoulders and kind of move your scap around, kind of get used to what your back looks like. Yeah. It's always helpful to have those mirrors. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna do some front poses. All right. So face Jake again.
Okay.
Yeah, stay there, Jake. All right, and then we'll start with just fuck the mandatories. Like I don't like those.
Okay.
So we'll just start with the fun ones. Okay. So we'll start with most muscular. So there's 3 of them, obviously. There's hands clasped, okay? There's hands on hips, and then there's also this one. So a lot of people don't do this one.
Yeah.
It's because it's not good for people if they have short arms. But since me and you have long arms, it's nice to hit that one.
Makes
Because if
sense.
you have the option, it's a cool one to choose because judges love that if you can hit this one real
Got
good.
it.
All right. So there's really no technique to it. It's just, yeah, you got it. It's easy. All right. And then go to clasp. And this is fun because you kind of hide your abs if you get tired and have to catch your breath. And then this one's always, kind of lean forward. Yeah. Dude, you know what you're doing. Yeah.
I've watched enough bodybuilding over the years to
Yeah.
there's some recognition, but I've never just executed the poses.
Yeah. Well, everything's spot on, man. Let's do a side pose. So we'll just do a side chest, okay? So
Feet together or staggered?
So on this one, obviously we're wearing pants, but what I like to do is we're just gonna ignore the legs because that's a whole technique of pushing the hamstring out and then flexing the glute and relaxing the hamstring. It's the whole thing.
Okay.
But right now, just kind of mimic me.
Okay.
Yeah, just mirror me. So put one foot back, put your left foot back. Yeah, yes, now put them together. Good, all right, perfect. All right, now you're facing me. Grab, yes. Now pull that in, and then there you go. All right. And you want to close all these holes. All right, and then you want to throw this forward and lower the shoulder in the back. There, that's it. It's a little bit, yeah. You'll get a bunch of guys arguing on what to do with this, but the one thing you don't want to do here is hide that back shoulder.
Okay.
So you want to pull that shoulder forward. And the other thing you don't want to do is have these giant holes.
Got it.
You don't want to do that. You want to tighten it up, puff that chest out, pull that shoulder up. And this leads to this one, which is, this is the hardest pose. It gets easier if you do all this goofy shoulder exercises I do. But yeah, you grab the fingers. Natural, like you naturally went forward or you would practice it. Perfect, yeah. And then this one, again, the hard part about it is you really want to work on getting the shoulder forward. Yes, yes, that's it. That one sucks the air out of you. Whew. Yeah, relax a second.
Posing's it's tough.
Yeah, well, when they have you do these like rounds over and over again, like if you wear a heart rate monitor, it's cardio.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just static cardio. But honestly, I've always been curious if a guy did this for like 20 to 30 minute sessions, 3 times a day, and just like didn't go to the weight room, like what would that do to your physique?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Yeah.
That's a good question. I mean, you'd be limited by force production
Yeah.
and mechanical tension, but you're better than nothing.
I would think that it would be more plausible and believable to maybe do that near the end of a prep rather than as the means of muscle.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
It's
Because-
also a great like blood glucose disposal method. Just kind of lowering your blood sugar, just like, when you contract, you're pulling glucose out of the blood into that muscle. So
Well, when you're like 48 hours out, a good coach will have you practice your poses like 3 times a day, every meal. You're posing for 10 or 15 minutes. That's replacing like the 10-minute walk thing.
Yeah.
It's just posing, and you can just tell a difference in your physique immediately. It's just instant. Like, okay, yes, this works.
yeah,
So what if you did that during the off season too?
that's a good point.
It's just interesting to entertain the idea.
Really good point.
Yeah. So, and then there's other, like it's fun when you start to get around to it. So you can start to play with the mirror, kind of look at yourself.
Yeah.
You kind of get in these positions. You can start to play with,
I'm gonna have to unlock some mobility for that one. The good news for me, my mobility when I'm dieted down and really lean, vastly better than when I'm at my biggest and heaviest.
Yeah,
Yeah. Just instant mobility.
Just losing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, especially like aside from just being larger and not tapering, the fact that you have so many carbs jammed into your muscles all the time, like you probably can't even touch your face.
Yeah, seriously. Like just taking the shirt off.
Yeah. Yeah, you feel like you're gonna hurt yourself doing that.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of the mobility stuff just kind of ties into posing as
Yeah,
well. 'Cause,
for
like,
sure.
This pose, for example, like really requires you
Yeah.
like have this.
Yeah, that front delt mobility there.
Yeah. And even this one, like the back double bicep,
That external rotation of the
this,
shoulder.
you want to be able to throw these arms back. And like, if you're not used to that, it's really uncomfortable.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then what other ones are kind of uncomfortable? A lot of the twisting ones, guys. Don't like. Because you got this static here and twisting here. So I don't know. I feel like it'd be interesting to see bodybuilding culture kind of take like a detour for the next 10 or 15 years. I don't know if it's going to happen because right now it's almost like lab culture growth. Dudes, like, let's get in a petri dish and grow as much as we can and just like really quickly just like shave and just get on stage. Like, yeah, but what if you put in like the artistic component back into it, the flow, the practice, the all that stuff back in, just unlocking movement, and just because if you look that fucking good, like you're still kind of limited to, whether you can show how good you look.
100%.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah. Those hybrid between classic
Yeah.
and 70s golden era bodybuilding, like they're nice ones to hit because guys our size can do them. And when we do them, people are like, whoa! They're like, whoa, Arnold Schwarzenegger shit, yeah! And they're like, but you're like Marcus Rule size. So it's fucking like, okay, wait, what? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
like that.
You got this. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
This
no,
is
thank you.
fun.
It is fun.
This is very out of my comfort zone, but I love it. I need to do this.
Yeah, and you're what, like 30 weeks out?
Yeah, at least.
That's like 30 weeks out, dude. I gotta hand it to you. Like to rip off the shirt and like do this 30 weeks out. Like there's Olympia competitors, top 5, that won't even do this until they're like 4 weeks out.
All right, guys, we just wrapped up a great upper body session. I got some posing work in. That was literally my first ever posing session.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was really
you
cool.
got a shitty coach.
No, I'm a really good coach, I think. I mean, really, thank you for taking me through that. I feel a lot more confident kind of moving forward with it. That's been the one area I've been like hesitant about, thinking about getting on stage and posing and the trunks and all that. So
Yeah.
I know it was fun. I liked it. So excited to dive more into that. But yeah, anyway, we wrapped up a good chest workout, bis, tris, rear delts, calves. These guys were awesome. Just jumped into my workout, smashed it with me, had some good conversation on training and exercise selection, had some fun with it. I never get to train with training partners except for when I'm doing collabs with awesome folks like this. So great opportunity for me just to push myself, have some good takeaways, learn, and just chop it up, get some fellowship in the iron. So anyway, guys, appreciate you following along. If you're liking the content, follow both of these guys, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, like, all that good stuff. We'll catch you on the next video.